Make sure this is okay now. Take two. Hi. Hello. Oh, the date. Oh, luckily I've got my phone down here. The date. Just one moment. Oh, this isn't. This is. I plan to be a bit more smoother than this. It's Friday the 8th of March and it's 9:37 p.m. Hi. Do you know what I get excitement about? Buying wigs. Well, yeah. When I opened that garage door, I spent some time yesterday putting foam up in here. Foam that had been sitting over there, and I put the foam up, and I've insulated this garage a bit more. I get a great deal of excitement when I open the garage door and I close it, and I'm like, I'm in my little haven here. I've got my haven. I've got my recording haven here. And I come through that moving blanket into here, and this is my space, and I get very excited about that. I had excitement today. The mail arrived, and mail arrived. It was what was supposed to be in there was a blonde wig, and there was this in there, and I'm not too sure what to think about this at the moment, because some days I would like to have black hair. It's part of the experiment, and I thought, it's going to go one way or the other. It's going to go either way. I said, don't get too caught up in the I said to myself, Pat, don't get too caught up in the fantasy of looking fantastic, of being all great and everything. I put it on, and I went to the mirror on the wall, mirror. I looked in the mirror, I was like, oh, okay. So, it's just that the other wig got the website, the pictures were mixed up, and I got not the one I asked for. Look, I went and I'm a bit tired tonight, I'm a bit exhausted, excited to film, and there's always a range of subjects. The best way for me to find out how this wig works is if I film with it on. And I can't help but observe people. We went to a few places today, and I'm observing people. I'd have to say it's not a judgment, it's an observation. And you know what? I keep saying it, but it's true. It's true. It's true. Yabba dabba doo. I am here to entertain you. Do you like my entertainment? Oh, hey, I just saw this. How does it go? No, this is... Oh, hang on, wait. Is that gonna... That's it. Hello. Ooh. Okay. Now, observations. Went out to a couple of places today because I was doing a few things, and I was observing people as I do. And I'm observed different age groups, ranging from the age of 25 up to the age of 75, and people walking along the street and in the main street of Dulwich Hill up the road, and also people in the city. And I am saying that 96% of people are going to be reincarnated. Yes, I'm talking about it again. 96% of people, and I think I could say worldwide, or I could just talk for Sydney in general. But I observe the people in this area, and I think that about 96% of them will get reincarnated, will fall back into that cycle based on, they don't think about death. If I went up to it and said, hey, what do you think about death, the reincarnation cycle? So most of them would be like, mate, you're talking weird. What do you think? You asking me if I think about death, mate? I'm alive. Why would I think about death for? And then the other people would, and then some of the other people would say, I attend church once a week. I'm going to heaven to be with Jesus. And then you've got your Jehovah's Witness, you've got your Baptist, you've got all your different categories of that. And with the observations that I make, it's not 96% of, no, it could even be 97% of people are going to get reincarnated or in this cycle. And will there ever, I think that perhaps it could take 1,000 years, it could take 10 generations for there to come a time when we wake up, when everybody wakes up and we're able to exit the reincarnation cycle, able to exit it. But there are, I was going to say stubborn, there are, hi, did I even say today's date earlier? The date is somewhere around March 8. It is, because I remember opening the phone before. So I cut out the part where I said stubborn and not stubborn, that they're just so indoctrinated, and so generations and generations past, everything has been what their great-great-great-grandparents said to their great-grandparents, and so forth and so on, and had indoctrinated, institutionalized almost the belief system that what they're, they've been told about things, what they've been told. And I mean, you got some people out there who say, what the fuck do I care? You get some people out there who say, oh, it's all a load of bullshit. When we die, we're dead, that's it. But that's also interesting. It's also interesting. There's a couple of things I was thinking about. One of the main things, and it really, truly is a couple of things I'm thinking about. Oh, and I watched this playback upstairs. I don't look too bad in the black. I don't look too bad in the black. It's very interesting on film. Very interesting for film. I like being blonde, though. I really like being blonde. The thing to say is that there's different levels. There's all different levels. And when I left the garage before, I was actually leaving here. What it is really, what it is all about, the whole essence of it all, to get out of this, to be free of this cycle, the key is just, when we pass on from here, to not have it, not be hung up on anything, not to have any issues about anything. I completely forgot to do this. Yes, I like to do this. I just totally remembered now. Oh, no, I don't want it to blink. Excuse me. To not have any hang-ups about anything, to have addressed all issues in life that you do have, that everyone has issues in life. Well, to have all those issues addressed, to be good with everything, to be balanced with everything. So mostly everything that's happened in your life, to recognize that, to find truth in it, to find resolution, redemption, and to be okay with that, to be good with that. And I mean, that's it. I mean that's it. And I mean, information and what people get told, and what parents tell their children, and what and there's it's truths. There's truths there. knowledge. What is knowledge? Knowledge is information. Things, situations that have occurred in the world in the past that have occurred, and then that's a perspective, a situation that happens, and which pertains to, it pertains to someone. It's of interest to someone. It pertains to someone else. People are curious. People want to know. It changes one's perception. You find out a story from somewhere on the other side of the world, a situation that happens, that changes your perspective on things. It changes your perspective, and it pushes the boundary of your mind a little bit further. Just a little bit further. It might not be by much, but a little further. It's like, oh, okay, right. So I'm taking that in, and now I think that way about this. Now I think that way about that. And there's rooms upstairs. I just got to do a side profile. How do we look on the side here? How do we look on the side? How's the back going? How's the back going? How's the back going? And oh yeah. Woo. How's the back? I brought something down. I was considering talking about this. I messed this up yesterday. I was gonna send this back for a refund. I know I'm jumping a bit all over the place doing it. It's okay. It's really okay. Because sometimes I just do have more than one thing on my mind at once. And it's a very warm night. It's about 29 degrees, and it's about 80% humidity. 80% humidity. Purchased this off eBay about 3 weeks ago. Bit of a drunk buy. No, I wasn't drinking at the time. I was being so. It's just a saying. This is drunk buy. I was umming and ahhing it for a while. Bit of a gimmick. And I thought, fuck it, I'll get it. It opens up like this, and so I thought, you know what, I'm going to return it. And it says, if you return it, you have to pay for the postage. And I thought, no, I don't want to do that. So I'm down here, I'm sitting in that chair, I'm sitting just here, and what did I do? I forgot there was a seal. I forgot there was a seal on the back. And so I went to sort of lightly pry it, and it ripped. See, just there how it ripped? It ripped. See how that's a rip? Rendered useless. It's pretty much worthless now, which means the buyer, the seller will definitely not, and this happened in the mail, the seller will definitely not give me a refund. I could probably say that turned up ripped. I don't like being dishonest though, and even the seller might say, well, I can't accept it like that, mate, I can't accept it. So I'm in a bit of a catch-22. I think it's a gimmick. I'm not buying any more dolls. It's a big gimmick. I'm going to keep this down here in the garage. What do you think? Do you think it looks okay? I've just had it sitting over there, over here. Do you think it looks okay? And then the picture had all dots, red dots on leather faces, apron, keeping it up here for the time being. I mean, geez, sometimes I lose money on things. It was $40. This wig feels okay. I mean, this actually feels alright. I tend to go by how it looks in photographs. I think it could be a bit longer, I suppose, I think. Because everything we get told as we're growing up, things that we get told, well, they're just simply another person's philosophy about things. And if it's coming from our grandparents, if you're close to your grandparents, I was close to Mum's dad, to Mum's mum. Oh, I didn't know it that well. I didn't know it that well. I mean, I'd be at the dining room table when I was sitting with Grace. My mum's name was Grace, and she was a bit of a chain smoker, so she'd sit at the living room table at Park Street, and she'd smoke. And I would stand there, and she'd drink her shandy. She'd have a beer and lemonade. I knew her a little bit. Very fond of Joe though, Mum's dad. Mum would go shopping, and Joe would babysit me, look after me, and very fond of Joe. Now the part I'd like to get onto is this: is that just say when your grandparents tell you something, and you take that as, and if you're close to them, you would take that as almost gospel, as vital information. You perhaps even nourish or hang on to that as a great fondness, It's very important information. What information do I have about my... I have a fondness for Joe. What was that? Because he took care of me, and used to sit. He had one earpiece in his ear because he loved the races, the horse races. He bet on the horses. He won big one time, and that's part of the reason why he's able to put a mortgage on the Park Street house. His dad came out, Cataldo de Paulo came out from Italy. He grew up in Mulamalu. I don't wrestle a bit. When people tell you things, stories, and that's it's just pockets of information. They're pockets of philosophy, and you can take that and you can weigh it up and discern for yourself what that actually means to you in your world, what it pertains to, what it means to you. Does it expand your mind? Maybe it did expand your mind, and then maybe you can reassess it years down the track. Little thing, and I'm not just talking about grandparents, I'm talking about all people who you have talked to, everyone over the years who you have spoken with have given you bits and pieces of their philosophy. Some have given you more than others. It's all valid, and how did that affected you somehow, the story and the information that they told you, and then you went away, you processed that for yourself, and then that made a slight change to you. It made a slight change to the way that you see things in the world, and all these little bits, pockets of information that we get continuously, and that includes what people believe, what people think about life, what people think is wrong, what people think is right, what people think is the right way, what people think is the wrong way. Oh well, I've always done it this way. This is the way it's done. This is what I believe. This is what's going to happen. This is, I mean, that's it now. I mean, that's it. That's the way it's done. That's the way it's done. And to question that is necessary. Sometimes a little bit scary at first, because certain things people have said you can take as gospel, and then down the track you think about it again, and you weigh it up for yourself again, and you think, oh right, well, hang on, I'm thinking differently. I've been through quite a few more situations in life since then, and I'm feeling a little bit differently about that now. I feel a little bit differently about that perspective now, because I'm looking at it with a different mind, with different eyes. I'm like, oh, okay, because I used to think of that like in a really, perhaps a high regard, and now it's like, yeah, it's come down to here, so alright, I've reassessed it, and it's like, okay, right, it is what it is now, and I feel a bit sort of, you discover the truth about it, the actual truth about it. You're like, right, okay, that's the truth about it. That's what that means. That's what it means. I am attempting to make sense here. How am I going? Am I going alright? Am I doing alright? Hey, remember, night shift, Michael Keaton. To the side, turn around, and to the side. Face front. Hand me the keys, you fucking cocksucker motherfucker. Hand me the keys, you fucking cocksucker motherfucker. Hand me the keys, you fucking cocksucker motherfucker. Ooh. You know what the gas chamber smells like, Jake? The gas chamber smells like pine wood. Oh my goodness. So, but I won't talk about this now with this. And watch this. The other week, I do feel this. Oh my goodness, knocking everything everywhere. Hey, 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 it's Saturday. Yes, I don't think I watched every episode. Did you watch Hey Saturday in the 1980s? 1980s? I think it concluded somewhere in the mid 1990s. I don't know, I'm just, it's a very humid night. And I feel a bit restless, a bit restless. Oh, oh, whoa, ah. That is not, okay. Whew. I guess I'll conclude then. This is really what this is a wig test. This video was a wig test. This, so I'll get in front of the camera and say something. But everything I have said is valid. Valid. Oh, look, all it is, when we exit this simulation, when we exit, if we are in check with most of the things that have happened in our life, all the things that we consider significant, if we're in good balance with that, and we've sorted it out, and we have the truth about it, and we're good with it, and we've resolved things, and if we've resolved things, then that's good. That's important, and some of those things are quite difficult to resolve. Some of them are very challenging, very challenging. But if we can have them resolved, that's good. It's very challenging, you know. Some of those things are very challenging. We're here to learn. We're here to learn. You know, we don't want to get stuck here. We don't want to get stuck here. People keep bringing all these many new souls are coming into the world. Many new souls are coming into the world. I'm like, oh my God. Every time I see a baby or kids out on the street, I'm like, every time I see kids in a school uniform, I'm like, oh, you got coerced into coming back here. You got stuck. You got coerced. There are many worlds in the other realm. There are other worlds in the other realms. There are. Yes, basically, this video is a this is a test. This is to see how this wig is. See how my wig is. I just didn't turn around last time. Didn't turn around last time. I'm going to conclude. I conclude now. Conclude. Could be a full moon. I don't know. It could be a full moon. I conclude. Look at that t-shirt. Where's my t-shirt? Where's my t-shirt? Is it down here or is it upstairs? I'm not used to all this hair. I'm not used to all my hair. I'm used to this. I'm not used to all my hair. Now, all this hair. Midnight Tally Man, Patrick. Thank you for tuning in. If you made it thus far, thank you so much. Very good. And I conclude now. I conclude. And very good. Very good. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. If you did enjoy this video, hit the like button. It helps my algorithm. Will help my algorithm tremendously. Tremendously. Thank you so much. Thank you.